Do you believe in soulmates?
For the most part, no.
Have you thought about it?
I have.
What stops you from saying yes?
Because no matter how much you love somebody and how much you feel a connection with them, realistically, there are billions of people on the planet, and you can foster that connection with other people. It's just a reality. In the general grand scheme of things, I'm not saying if you're in a relationship, you're looking to foster that connection with other people.
You believe in energy, right?
Of course.
Would you say that's what a connection is?
A big part of it, yeah.
Chemical. Something you can't really see. What if I said a lot of people in your life you probably have met before in a different realm?
Could be a possibility.
And that it could be the explanation to such great feelings to a very limited quantity of people. What do you think of that?
Depends on your philosophy, but I mean, look, there are probably millions of universes, multiple dimensions, multiple timelines, and then you just get into territory that's just way too confusing. So, it's all a possibility.
Okay. So it still is a possibility.
Realistically, everything's a possibility.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I'd be feeling things a little too hard, And when that happens, you overthink. And sometimes that overthinking brings in strong relative ideas that almost confirm certain feelings as correct and true. And one of those is just trying to comprehend the entirety of what energy is, especially amongst us as people. Too much to think about, first of all. It's too strong of an idea, but I believe you most likely have a soulmate. Like, I genuinely probably, I do believe that.
I feel like a lot of people do too.
Yeah.
It's not like some fringe idea.
Yeah, because something happens. Sometimes you see someone that is astonishing to you. And it may not be the look. It's just like a shape in a person, right? Body language, something about it just speaks to you, right? And the amount of strength that feeling has usually leads you into another world. Or let's just say it's a split dimension now. You can kind of feel there's a connection. My body's urging me to do this, right? To look or to examine or observe. It's not really like something that I have to think about.
Not in the sense of physical, though.
Yeah.
You're talking about something that's bigger than the physical.
Yes. Like it's a connection. It's almost an out-of-body experience. Right. I brought that example up because it's probably the most common and easy. Mm-hmm. Right. If you've ever been in love with someone, it's an easy no-brainer. Like you probably kind of felt something that I'm talking about, First impressions are also big with just general relationships. If you're the observer type, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There are usually cues and clues that'll hint at someone's like true being, their heart or whatever. And you get like a really quick good sense. Like you're probably autistic in that way.
Sure. But that's not everything, right? First impressions are only So accurate.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is there's usually two types of people. The people that are quick to just observe, want to observe, and people that just like look away from first impression. Like there's, they don't really give it mind until later, maybe. Yeah. It's just an interesting concept because you're born into a system, right? You're just learning what is already given, like, around you, right? And we were born in a time where there was technology and development, and humans are super smart. We've figured most of the world and life out, essentially, and we're just joining in now. So the lobby's already been established. We could have been born in, the 1850s or something. It would have been completely different, but
The 1850s lobby.
Yeah.
Not a great lobby to be born in, to be honest.
No, dude. I mean, we knew nothing about medicine almost.
It was a rough time.
Yeah.
What prompted this idea of the soulmate?
It's just something you think about when you're probably in your 30s, unmarried, single. You just kind of like ponder a lot, especially on like having serious goals. I would say you spend most of your time working or thinking about work or doing things that will help work. Right? So it's like taking care of your health, gym, like that kind of stuff. At the same time, mental clarity, you want to take vacations, you want to do all that stuff while being a workaholic. So you think of your own system, I would say, and it would be nice to find someone that would fit right in.
Yeah.
And having like a full support system. Because there's always like a desire. At the end of the day, bro, if you think about it, everyone whatever you're after, at the end of the day, humans want what? A connection, love.
Companionship.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want a partner, essentially. Which is a scary ass thought, of course.
In what sense?
Society's changed. Sometimes you win the bingo, and then others don't. It's just a matter of time. But people are giving up quietly. That's another thing.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, all you have to do is kind of apply the mindset of business, or if you're an entrepreneur, the mindset of business to finding a woman or a man, if you are a woman. Like, that's all it is. Persistence, taking enough shots, being rejected, understanding the quality that you want in a given situation.
Safety, connection.
100%. It's like the same thing.
Yeah. Commitment.
Like, relationships are literally like business from a high level standpoint.
Yeah. And a business starts with roles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I've been thinking about it. Like, it was just an interesting kind of motivational thought process.
Like, you're thinking about your ideal wife and
yeah,
potential kids.
And as you manifest it, it'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a billion people I haven't met. Like, think about that, So you'll never know no matter how much you plan in life, you got to also unplan, because some things happen overnight sometimes, and you just got to reroute. It's not always the way you envision it going. So if that's already been proven, then it's something that should just be thoughtless. I should just have a good intention to the world, and just like manifest that shit.
Exactly. And with the word manifest, like, you're not like you could write down.
Yeah, but I'm saying like being positive.
Well, of course,
having a positive inner chatter.
Mm-hmm. And knowing that it will come about if you, just go about your stuff, and eventually things will kind of fall into place.
Yeah.
But the energy is real because if you start to write down certain qualities that you appreciate in potential partner, you start to write down qualities that you find undesirable in yourself and how that would impact that potential person. Like, these are all real things. That's real energy because you're writing it down. And look, the universe is crazy, dude. Like quantum physics and quantum mechanics, like none of this shit makes sense. So I think that energy component is very real.
Yeah. See what I mean? Like, since energy is real, that's what's leading me to believe that since our soul is a completely separate entity than the two selves that we have in our mind that always like is arguing with each other. You know what's right, but I feel like doing this, you know, like that. Which one is the real version of you, right? The soul is completely different than the body. Okay, we don't know what happens after death, but as smart as we are, we have theories. And it always includes the soul, whatever the theory is. So that's why I'm like, add on top of that, the Islamic knowledge, background knowledge that you hear about and listen to and like all of that stuff. It puts you in a different state of mind where you're like, what is the real mission here? What is this and that? What is a soul? And then if Islam tells you we all were at the gates before we were given our bodies and sent down to obey the Lord and, you know, live life according to the rules. Like, what if like, it's just like, it's unfathomable, first of all.
Well, it puts you on a higher level of thinking.
Yeah.
Takes you out of yourself and your mundane BS in life.
Yeah. And I think that's the state of mind that gets you to like really do inner work. Like, you reach that peak and then you start kind of adjusting, tweaking the settings. So think of yourself like a menu. You know, you go to settings, then you go to system. And
the appetizer.
Ooh. You go to the fat folder, delete.
Throw in a little spice.
Yeah.
That is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like a playing field. It's Sims. There are limits, like you can't increase the height that you have. Maybe you can a little bit through some modalities, but for the most part, a lot of things are plastic.
So imagine we've met at the gates. Okay? And we come here and we're like, I don't know why I fuck with Zaid, you know? Like, just picture that for a second. That would be insane.
Nice dap up at the gates.
Yeah, we were...
The ultimate dap.
Oh, my God.
Bro, the kind of dap that reverberates through different universes.
Yeah, it'd be insane. But it's definitely one of those look up into the corner of your eyes type of thought, you know.
See how far I can look up over here and contemplate.
Interesting. Yeah, so that's what I started like playing around with in my head. It was that idea of there are certain people I've met in life where I'm like, dude, this is my first time laying eyes on you. I feel like I've seen you. I feel like I've heard your voice. I feel like everything that you are mentioning is like I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, it's not even exclusively romantic.
There's no second thought of not trusting this person, you know? Very strange. Very strange. And this definitely has an answer. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, there's a romantic perspective on it. There's the, you find like true friends, but also friendship that bleeds into business to some degree, at least talking about more business-oriented ideas. Like Kai, for me, the first time I met him through Twitter was, like, you just have that kind of kindle in a relationship or whatever, that kind of connection. And then everyone that you meet from then on out, like, you kind of filter through that lens. Because there's some people you meet and they're like, yeah, they're cool, but I probably wouldn't hang out with this person again. Just because it just doesn't feel right. And there are other people who you are absolutely repulsed by. who you're like, yeah, within 2 minutes of talking to this person, I'm never fucking hanging out with them again.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that's fine. Some people might think you're the repulsive character. That's fine.
Yeah. The extreme opposite also happens sometimes. Very interesting. But it kind of warms my heart to know these kinds of things, you know? Like you should be seeking positivity. I don't think you should go down a spiral of victimhood and shame. I think guilt is good to some degree if you have some guilt towards certain things. But also it keeps one of your sensations alive, which is like feeling things,
Intuition.
being sensitized.
Being desensitized. That's a good one, yeah.
Like it's one of the things that I think is missing in society. No one, I mean, we've seen enough repercussions and consequences from people doing selfless help for other people and then it backbiting. So people are definitely scared of the law in situations where you're supposed to help one another, you know, and just kind of feel some sense into what our mission is on this earth, right? Like, it's not fair that as a kid you're told sharing is caring and like all this stuff, you know, whatever. And the road is for sharing. It's not your road, you know, like shit like that. You can still see, like, you know, people care in other places around the world. But here, at least where we live, you almost get the sense of destruction from that aspect of people caring about one another. Do you remember the first day of COVID? Like, lockdowns are tonight at 9:30, you know, like whatever.
When we went to Walmart?
Yeah, we went to Walmart really quick and we were like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we were kind of joking around too.
Yeah.
Like, to a certain degree, we didn't take it serious, but like everything around us was like people
Like
were on
chaotic.
edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is The Walking Dead is happening right now.
It's the pre-Walking Dead.
Yeah, just going ham.
That was a crazy night.
Yeah. And we'd locked down watching SpongeBob at the at the studio. Great times, but
I think it's just a problem of scale. Like, there are just too many people in areas that we live in. And so because of our like evolutionary background, like you literally are only set up for a given number of people. I think they call it Dunbar's number, where it's like 150 people for the average individual is like the max that they can keep in their head, from close ones to acquaintances and whatnot. But once you start to go above that, it's like, dude, I live in a city with like 35 million people.
yeah.
It's a number. It's abstract. You have no clue what to do with that. Even when you're driving on the freeway, like, let's say there are 100 cars around you. Like, do you think about the fact that there are individual people just like you in each of those cars? I rarely do.
No, I do a lot. But I think I already know myself, though. Like, I know I'm a thinker in that way on not on occasion, but like literally daily. It's just part of my life. Like, I just like to envision people like having individual stories. You know, everyone comes from a place. I like that kind of stuff because it adds character to already bland society, right? So if I keep that stuff alive in my head, I just feel like life is more rich, in a sense. So there are some things that just like, it's past pissing me off. Now it's just sad, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm a believer in like being able to fix these things. There's no impossible, right? We've done it before. It's just a lot harder to undo certain things. And you need everyone on board. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Crazy ass ideas.
Yeah, I think with a soulmate too, going back to that, it's like, I feel like women are more likely to believe in a soulmate just because this is speaking in generalities, okay? I don't need you to tell me what. I'm like, I don't feel this. This is like I'm the unique case when it comes to being a woman or being a man. Like, in terms of generalities, you would say that women allow their worldview to be painted more so by emotion, which I think is a great thing. I think it adds more color to life, and it allows you to experience the breadth of emotion. But then also there's a little bit of a downside to that too, because you can get too stuck up in emotion and forget about logic. Whereas guys are like way too much logic. Like when I'm telling you that, yeah, I don't really believe in the idea of soulmates, that's a logical conclusion.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking about, oh, well, you could foster a relationship with this person, that person, blah, blah, blah.
I would say it's nice to know. It's nice to know that you can gain comfort from having a soulmate. Right? Sometimes in desperate times, you're just like, I have a fear from such and such, so it would be nice to get affirmation of whatever that is, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's probably the biggest part of a soulmate.
Bro, because it pushes you, bro. It pushes you to positivity. Back up.
Yeah, because then if you were in a relationship where you didn't have that from your partner, that's arguably not a relationship that falls into the soulmate category. Because they have to know you exactly. They have to provide the exact advice, know what triggers you, what doesn't. So yeah, it's a big component.
Yeah.
And it is comfortable, dude. Like, let's say you come back home to your wife or your fiance or whatnot, girlfriend even, and like you've had a hard day.
Mm-hmm.
And you just like unload all of that crap onto them. And they simply have a very loving response. You know, it's a pretty awesome thing. And it feels like if I were to attach a feeling to it, it would be like laying down or plopping down onto a couch after a long physical day. Mm-hmm. Like you've just released all that crap.
Yeah, that sounds nice. You probably weigh less all the time. You know, you're able to carry on loads every day, and you're unloading every day. So it's not trash week, it's trash day every day. You're always getting that shit emptied.
If you are emotionally stable and understand how to communicate.
Yeah.
Because me, for example, I can be erratic at times. I'm not the best communicator in the relationship sense all the time. I think this is the case for a lot of men. It's like we just keep shit inside, and we don't always communicate that outward in a positive way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to do because you also want to be proud to be a man.
Yeah, I mean, they say, you know, vulnerability is a key part of masculinity. I agree.
Yeah.
I just think you have to integrate it in a good way.
In a manly way.
In a manly way.
Manly. We just end it right there. I think it is a good place to end it. It was a quick idea into the mind of myself. But yeah, good chat as usual.
Always good chat.
Yes, sir. Anyone listening, go ahead and follow us. Give us a 5-star review. We'll be on YouTube as well. We have all of our affiliate links in the description below, along with the codes. Use code 2AM. Thank you. Later, G.